Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dr. Cassandra. I have a PhD in vineyard and wine science, and on this channel I talk about what it's like to live and work in wine country. And today I am in Lodi. I'm really excited to be back in Lodi just for a couple days. And Lodi is special to me because it's my old stomping grounds from when I first moved to California back in 2015. I haven't walked around the downtown in years, so I'm in downtown Lodi and I'm just gonna check it out and maybe get a late lunch. I want to see if this place called Dancing Fox, which is a winery, brewery, and restaurant, has some outdoor seating so I can just get some lunch. Here's the wines that they make. Certified sustainable wines in Lodi. So I am getting a glass of the Mourvedre. This place across the street is Lodi Beer Company, and when I lived in Modesto and would travel up here for work, this was one of my favorite places to eat. So if I'm in town, maybe I'll get to check it out tomorrow. All right, I finished my late lunch and now I'm back in my hotel room. I'm really glad to be staying the night because I'm actually pretty tired. So I'm gonna be chilling out here, and then tomorrow I'm gonna get up, find some place to get breakfast, and also just walk around downtown, do the full loop, and just maybe stop by some wine shops, Michael David, and who knows where else, and maybe check out some vineyards. But in the meantime, I'm just going to relax tonight, and I'm going to do a face mask. So I've got this one, Acai Berry Moisturizing and Brightening from Vita Masks. I probably got this at TJ Maxx or Marshall's. And then I got a can of wine. This is Just Enough Pinot Noir. So what is this? This is equal to a glass and a half of wine. A standard restaurant pours 5 ounces. So this is 8.5 ounces. And then I got a gluten-free cookie. This is Sweet Sydney's Salted Caramel Toffee Cookie made in San Francisco. And I got this in a really cool grocery store in St. Helena back in the Napa Valley. It's called Sunshine Market. They have all kinds of fancy deli things and cheese and, you know, all those yummy good things. But I'm just gonna chill out here, enjoy my evening, and then I will catch you in the morning. Yeah, this hotel's a Motel 6, so it's pretty bare bones, but I'll show you what it looks like in the next clip. So other than that, I will see you tomorrow. So this is what the room looks like. I've stayed in Motel 6s before. They're pretty bare bones, but I kind of like that because then you never lose anything. So fairly simple. And I do have a little refrigerator back there and a microwave in case you're looking for a affordable option here in Lodi at some point in time. Good morning, everyone. It's Saturday in Lodi, and I am on the mission to get some coffee. So let's go to a local shop, support some local vendors, and get caffeinated. All right, let's go. it's really windy and this is a pretty busy crossway here, but I wanted to pull over and show you these cool signs that you see throughout Lodi. These are directories, and it's just a cool, unique feature here in Lodi. I actually really like this M2 wines. They have a really amazing modern architecture. And then I'm going to Michael David after this. Yeah, I wanted to show you that, and I found something really cool in one of these vineyards. So a lot of times in vineyards you think about the wire here, and I think in a previous video, I'll link it below, but I explained what a bilateral cordon is, where you have two arm systems and they branch off on either side. But this is interesting. It's a head train, and typically you'll see this with really old Zinfandel vines. So that's a really different type of training system. But I found a really unusual and cool one across the street that I'm going to show you. So this is what I saw that looked really cool. You can see the video where I posted something previously about bilateral cordons. So this is basically like a bilateral cordon here, and there's two arms branching off, and then there's also this other set coming up here and here. I think it would be interesting to see what they're trying to achieve when there's leaves. But it looks like a Scott Henry. So basically Scott Henry, you've got shoots coming up here, and then you train them with the trellis wire, and then on this bottom one you have shoots that grow down and you train them with a trellis wire. So I don't see a bottom trellis wire here, and I also see these additional canes up here. There's two strategies that could be happening here. One, these could be kicker canes, and kicker canes shunt extra energy away from the vine and kind of balance the vigor. And the other thing, these could be renewal canes. So maybe they want to cut this main side off and then lay this piece down as a renewal. And there is another method where you do that, and I think it's pronounced the Kuka renewal method, and that could be what's happening here. I think it would be more informative if I saw them when they were in full leaf, but this is just super unusual, and I've only ever seen this in Lodi. It's so windy here today, but these are those unusual grapevines. I just wanted to show you guys basically what dormant grapevines look like and how unusual the method that they've chosen is. Actually, I see a really pretty one that I want to show you as well. This one's a really amazing example of what they're trying to achieve. So as I said, I think it looks like Scott Henry with this vertically divided canopy, with growth going downwards from this bottom side and growth going upwards with this top side. But these renewal canes are kind of perplexing for me. So I wonder if they are trying to achieve that renewal cane method. Super curious here. I have never seen anything like this in the Napa Valley, but these are fresh pruning cuts. You can see there's a little moisture and a little green color, so it's just waiting time until the buds burst and we have little baby leaves. So I'm at Michael David Winery right now, and when I first moved to California, I really loved their Petit, which is a Petit Syrah Petit Verdot blend, and they also do a lot of Zinfandel. So it's been since 2015 that I've been in here, so I'm really excited to be back, and let's see what we find. made it back safely from Lodi, and I did pick up some bottles of wine while I was there, and I wanted to share with you what I picked up. There were tastings going on, but they were reservation only, and I had an hour and a half drive, so of course I wasn't going to do a wine tasting, but I did stop by Michael David and also Lang Twins wineries, and picked up some bottles while I was there. And they had a curbside pickup situation going, so you just drove up, placed your order, and you picked up your bottle. So it's like fast food, but fast wine. And it was super windy while I was there. I haven't looked at the footage from the times where I was talking outdoors. I hope it's usable. First off, Michael David, and they're really known for quite a few different Zinfandels. The wines that actually spoke to me back then, and I decided to pick up again just to give a try. The Petit. So this has kind of a carnival effect on the label, and this is Petit Syrah, Petit Verdot. It doesn't give the proportions of Petit Syrah and Petit Verdot that I can tell. But, oh, I just saw it has a label. It says American Winery of the Year 2020 Wine Enthusiast. So that's cool. But with this one, let's see. So this is the 2018 vintage. So that's Petit. And then they've, as far as I can recall, totally switched up the label on this next one, and that's the 6th Sense Syrah, and it has kind of a fortune teller type label on it now. And I think when I first got it, it just had 6th Sense kind of written on it scrollingly. But I love a Syrah. I love Rhone Red, so that's Syrah, Mourvedre, and Grenache. So those are 3 of my favorite grape varietals to enjoy in wine. And they can be very, they can have a lot of variety in terms of the flavor they express based on how they're made into wine, how they're barreled down. So they're pretty versatile, but I like that they can also be very light and fruity. So they're great alternatives for Pinot Noir drinkers. I have a feeling, if I remember correctly, this one is a pretty robust Syrah. So this is the 2018 6th Sense Syrah from Michael David. Then from Lang Twins, I got the 2018 Chenin Blanc from Clarksburg, American Viticultural Area, or AVA, and it's a single vineyard from the Prince. I picked up a Montepulciano 2018 from River Ranch. And the reason I picked the Chenin Blanc and the Montepulciano is if you go on their website, they have recipes posted, and I wanted to try what they have. So with the Montepulciano, they have ropa vieja with rice and beans, and then with the Chenin Blanc, they have curry crab cakes with green apple tartar sauce. So I thought those would be fun to have with friends. And then just for a little variety, instead of a single vineyard wine, I chose their Estate 2018 Old Vine Zinfandel. And when I first started drinking wines and when I first moved to California, I was all about the Old Vine Zinfandels. And if you ever wonder what constitutes an old vine, honestly, the term old vine is not regulated by anybody. So who knows how old they are. I like to think they're 80 to 100 years old, and that's a legit old vine Zinfandel. But, you know, nobody's watching what that really means, as far as I know. So basically, old vine Zinfandels oftentimes are styled to be very bold, And spiciness, I say that word when I taste wine. A lot of spiciness is derived from the barrel itself and not because the grapes necessarily are inherently spicy. But another thing that gives that spicy effect is if you have high alcohol and high acid, because the alcohol and acid kind of interplay on your palate and almost burn. So spiciness, when I think of that, I think of baking spices like cloves and cinnamon, nutmeg, things like that. And that's often due to the barrel toast and not based on what the grapes themselves taste like. But then you get very dense fruit. And one of the reasons why you get that dense fruit character is because old vine Zinfandels are often on that head train vine. I had a clip of what that looks like, where basically the vines are kind of like goblet shaped, where it's sort of like a bush in a way. And what happens is the fruit at the top matures at a different rate than the fruit at the bottom. So you get a combination of grapes that are raisin and sort of more freshly or newly ripened. So ideally in viticulture, you want to go for uniformity, but considering, you know, you do your best to create that uniform grape cluster, but you're going to get kind of a combination of grapes that are more newly ripened and grapes that are raisined and very mature. And the raisined and very mature grapes are what give you that sort of cooked fruit, dried fruit, very dense and jammy quality. So if you're liking spicy, densely flavored wines, then Old Vine Zinfandel is a good choice for you. Just be sure to share with your friends that the term Old Vine is not regulated by anyone, so you sound like really fancy and knowledgeable while you're drinking your Old Vine Zinfandel. I hope you enjoyed this excursion to Lodi. I can't wait to visit again. It's just such a beautiful open country space in the heart of California. And that being said, cheers from wine country.